Hi everybody and welcome to this Creativerse tutorial. I'm at MonsterDad, and today what I'm covering very briefly is food and liquids and how they interact with each other and how you can combine those to make some extremely useful items for you to use during the game. And there's a reason that I'm doing this tutorial. For quite a long time when I was playing Creativerse, I didn't actually realize that you could use all types of liquids for cooking food, so I just assumed where it said liquid you just simply used water, so I was being a bit of a dumbass with that, and it took a while before I realized that liquid means exactly what it means, any liquid at all. So just in case anybody else out there is suffering from the same type of dumbassery as I was suffering from, I thought I'd just do a quick brief tutorial and explain what you can do. So if I just grab a few items from a chest here, there are 7 types of liquid in the game, all of which you can use for cooking. I'll just grab some ingredients as well. Okay. I won't go through where to find the different types of liquids and their properties. I will be doing a tutorial on infinite liquid generators, such as this one here for water. In that video I'll cover some tips on how to find the different liquids and how to get hold of them as quickly and easy as possible. But in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll just make some bread. Now obviously you need grain and a liquid, and as I discovered, any type of liquid. And depending on the liquid you use, it changes the buff that it will give you when you eat that particular item. So as you can see here, a straightforward plus 100 to max health for water. Change that to other things such as bog water, poison resistance, molasses, just looks nice, lava, obviously fire resistance, corrupted bread, corruption resistance, and so on and so forth. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly craft some of these bread so we can see what they're like, because they do look pretty good as well. I love the textures on this bread. They look good enough to eat, I guess you could say. So let's just grab those, ready for making some other things. So there are 2 uses for food within the game Creativerse. One of them is for the player to eat and impart some buffs on you, and the other one is for these little chaps here, our pets. And if you do have a pet, just interact with the pet and you'll see a box down here to tell you what food that particular pet likes. And the more complex the creature, the more complex the food item will be. For instance, with our pigsy friend here, he's a simple creature, he just likes mushrooms, so I don't even have to cook anything for him. I can just feed him a mushroom and he'll be happy. I've just recently fed these 2 guys, so they're ready to harvest. Our Chizard here, a little bit more of an advanced creature, and she likes some ordinary soup. Now, I advise trying to feed your pets the actual item it shows here. That way, when you do harvest, you get the maximum amount of harvest from them. You can actually feed pets any item, any food item you like, but if you feed them the item that they particularly want, you'll get a better harvest from them. With regards to the players, as I said, different food items will give you different buffs, and they do stack as well, so you could eat 3 or 4 different items, different sandwiches or different soups or pies. If somebody hasn't already eaten them all, then those buffs will stack. So you can do some good combinations to get ready for adventuring down in the corruption zone, for instance. So what we'll do is let's make some sandwiches. Now we've got some bread, we've got some ingredients, so our sandwich button is highlighted so we can cook something up. So let's start with just an ordinary sandwich. Let's pop a melon and a cabbage in there. Or is it a lettuce? Lettuce or a cabbage, who knows. So I've got a melon sandwich, as you can see, far bigger buff than just the ordinary bread on its own. So let's craft one of those. Let's go for a some corrupted bread. As you can see, it changes, give you a buff against corruption damage. It also does drop your maximum health as well. That's why it's useful to combine the different sandwiches before you go somewhere, because as I say, the buffs do stack. And let's get some wholesome bread as well, which gives us a bit of extra healing. There we go, grab all 3 of those. And just to show you that they do stack, let's munch on 1 of each. And as you can see, down the left there, it shows all the different buffs that I now have. And with those 3 sandwiches alone, I would be ready to go now to the corruption zone for a bit of adventuring, and I'd be a bit more protected for a little bit longer, and hopefully last a little bit longer before dying horribly by some of the creatures down there. Now, tar bread has a bit of a different use. I don't tend to eat tar bread. I tend to keep that, make lots and lots and lots of it, and use that as a fuel, because it is the best fuel in the game. And to show that, I've got some diamond ore. Most people would probably use coal for fuel once they get a nice stack of it. As you can see, it takes 30 seconds to forge a diamond ingot using coal, but if I change that to tar bread, that drops down to just 6 seconds. So let's cancel that one. Much faster. So once you find some tar, make yourself an infinite tar pool, get yourself some automated wheat farms going, and I do have a YouTube tutorial on automated farms, which you can look at if you don't know how to do that. And once you get to that stage, you can pretty much make infinite amounts of tar bread and have some pretty effective forging systems going on in a later game. And there you have it. That's a brief rundown of the foods, how they interact with liquids, and the different things that you can combine, and the effects that they can have. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or a dislike if you didn't. And if you have any ideas for tutorials that I could cover in the future, leave a comment below and I'll try and accommodate. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful, and see you next time. Bye.